Without any further delays, I'm going to start with our panelists. Jennifer Branston is a mother of 2 children, a 24-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son, whom until recently she homeschooled. And Jennifer received a diagnosis of ASD less than 2 years after her son was diagnosed. And she lives in Lower Mainland here in BC.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer. That was a great introduction, so I don't really have to tell you about my kids' ages okay. I think that one of the things I'd really like to talk to you about today is one of the major challenges that I've had as a mom of 2 is anxiety. It's played a pretty disparaging role in being a mom for my kids. Not so much with my older one. I was able to manage that a lot better when she was young. It's my son. Since he was born, I struggle a lot more with the social aspects of being a mom and what that means. The Santa breakfasts at school and the get-togethers with the pack and all of the play groups and things that I have a really, really hard time with, that I manage to do and pull through because I know that's what he needs. It's really, really hard to do that. And I've struggled with that for a really long time. It's prevented him from attending a lot of events that I've been really, really fortunate to have family and friends come together to support me in taking him to the places that I just couldn't handle or manage that day. I couldn't cope with that day, so that he hasn't missed out on those things. That's one of the biggest challenges I think I face every day. The getting up, the routine of going to school now. I homeschooled for 4 years, so I schooled at home, a little different. It was a challenge in a lot of ways. My son is a sensory seeker and I'm a sensory avoider. And so our dynamics of our household are constantly in peril that way, where he and I are very different in our needs that way. But it was great while it was something we were doing. And he was successful. He went from the first percentile of reading to now reading above grade average. He's gone into school this year, back into the public school. I'd like to say that he's doing really well. Thank you to Dr. Bailey for helping me to see a different perspective on the social aspects of why he should be returning to school this year in particular. And he's doing really well. He struggles with it, the same challenges as everyone else, and I struggle with how to help him with those things. Another challenge that I found that I've had with my son is therapists. I find that finding a good fit for a therapist for our particular family has been a real challenge. I've had wonderful therapists for my son, and they work wonders with my son. But there's the aspect of, if I don't understand what we're doing or why we're doing it, or if I can't learn how to do something different, it's really hard to cross that over into the home where I'm doing that on a consistent basis. So I just wanted to make a mention of how that's important, and particularly with me as being autistic and having an autistic son. Sometimes I feel like it's the blind leading the blind in that aspect of, if I don't know how to do something, I can't teach my son how to do it. And I need to learn that first. And I can learn it. It just takes a lot longer for us to get to where we want to be than a quick progress. It's a work in progress.